What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and in today's video I'm going to be playing the Season 5 Legend Loba. Now I'm about to go over these just little small tips that you guys probably already know, but I'm just going to go over them, and then I'm going to go over a little bit of her backstory, and then we're going to get in some gameplay and dig deeper into her abilities. Now, before the video starts, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell for new upcoming videos, and without further ado, let's just hop straight into this video, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so her passive ability is Eye for Equality. Nearby epic and legendary loot can be seen through walls, and the range is the same as Black Market Boutique. So I'm about to show you guys what this is like. So I'm zooming in through, it's not really a wall, but it's a rock or mountain or some sort of, and I can basically ping things through it, and I can see what it is, basically. And it's good for when you're dropping into a hot zone, you can just get all the good loot, and even if you have... I'll get into that later because that's actually her ultimate. But yeah, that's her passive. She can see legendary and epic things through walls. So now her tactical is Burger's best friend. Teleport to hard to reach places or escape trouble quickly by throwing your jump drive bracelet. So you don't want to do that. You don't just want to throw it. You're always going to need to hold it. So I'm about to hold it. And as you guys can see, you can walk with it. You just got to keep holding it because if you let it down, it'll just throw automatically. So once you let go of that, it's just gonna throw. So just hold it down, range. The blue line is showing how far it's throwing. The orange little circle, that's where it's gonna fall and land straight away. Now you can also click triangle to cancel, and that's that little blue line with the 4 to 3 marks. That's it's showing you. So now let me throw it up there. And it does have a little bit of like movement that her hand makes before you can get your gun back out, but that's okay. Now another technique for her bracelet is when you throw it, you can actually click the shoot button and it'll just go like straight down. I don't know if people can shoot the bracelet through this air. If they do, then they don't really that often because it never happens to me. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw it and it's gonna land on that balcony up there. Let's go with that. Yep, I missed that. Alright, let me try again. Get a better angle and just click the shoot button and you automatically get there, even if it's going to a different range or something. It's totally okay. So I'm about to also go on the zip line. You can throw it off from the zip line, which is also cool. And click the shoot button and it goes straight down. Now this is also good for getting high ground, rushing teams, getting away, anything you can think of. Basically, it's a really good technique for getting high ground though. That's what I use a lot. And to get away, basically like I just said. Now her ultimate ability is her Black Market Boutique. Place a portable device that allows you to teleport nearby loot into your inventory, and each friendly or enemy can take up to 2 items. So once you place this down, it basically, that whole like circle of blue that you see, that's all the loot that's going to be inside of it, and you can only take up to 2 items. So I'm about to throw it down, and she will basically have accessibility to anything around that blue little circle, this thing, globe, or whatever you want to call it. But once you place it, it'll take like a 6 to 5 second delay, 5 to 6, and then you hold down square to open it, and all the loot that was nearby is there. And once you're in it, the loot will start floating, as you guys can see on the sides. You can take 2 items, and I'll show you guys as partners or teammates down right there too. And it won't show bad guys. So if you leave it, bad guys can still get it. That's why I would collapse it, and that loot, it just fell, but when I open it, it'll just start floating again. So you can steal ammo, you can steal helmets, backpacks, shields, anything you can think of, and you can also collapse it. Do that once you're done with it. And her thing does recharge in 1 minute, so that's also epic. Her ultimate recharges in 1 minute, so you can just place it down right again. Like if there's a whole bunch of loot boxes around and you don't want to look through every single one, you can just throw it down to see everything that's nearby. And it's also good if you drop into a spot with a lot of epic and legendary stuff. You can see that with her passive ability. You can just throw your staff down if you have it already, and you can just grab that stuff right there. So that's it for her basics. Now we're just going to go over some advanced tips and tricks for her. So let's hop into that. Alright, actually, I'm not going to get into the advanced tips just right now. I'm just going to tell you guys her backstory. So when she was 9 years old, her family actually was like killed by Revenant. He was a hitman, and he was a playable character in Season 4. And we saw that, we saw the assassination of Loba's family in Revenant's actual like cinematic trailer, which was Season 4. So Loba developed herself as a thief after her parents' death because I believe they stole things, but left to defend herself. Loba learned how to pickpockets as her skills improved. Loba began targeting higher value objects, and her break came when she stole a miniature jump drive bracelet seemingly from an embryo factory. So which she then retold into a teleportation bracelet. Now since obtaining the ability to teleport, Loba can steal just about anything. Now although she thrives in the shadows, when Revenant joined, a feeling of like vagance washed over her, and since she has joined the games to slay him, they finally chose closed the book. She closed the book on her past. So last season was obviously season 5, and it was about Loba's, like, they did a quest, and Loba needed to like find everything about Revenant, and it turns out Revenant wants to die too. So they're both working on that. I don't know if they still hate each other or if they like each other, because they do have some voice lines in the game where Revenant's like defending her from Caustic. Now we are going to go in the advanced tips and tricks. So let's hop on straight to that. Alright, Loba's jump drive bracelet is one of her strongest devices for her life of crime, and that doesn't change anything in the game. So her tactical skill, Burger's best friend, allows her to toss a bracelet and instantly teleport to where it lands. She can also interrupt its trajectory and land at any point. Like when you click the shoot button, it automatically falls. Although Loba's teleporting can seem similar to like the Overwatch girl's Sombra, they play like totally differently. While Loba can throw her bracelet, she has a slower velocity while she teleports and while it hits the ground. So when using the skill, players can see the indicator. Like when she throws it, it'll show like exactly when she's throwing it. But the orange trail on the floor is representing the horizontal path of the disc, is where Loba will land if the throw gets ended early. So that's basically where it will land when you see the little orange circle. So the bracelet covers approximately an 80-meter distance, and while it holds a good vertical or horizontal mobility, it's like arcing trajectory and can be tricky to figure out if you want to move forward and upward at the same time. So you're gonna have to hold it down and not just throw it, because you're not gonna get a good angle to where you want to actually go. So Burger's best friend, like I'm gonna say again, allows Loba to get quick mobility when exploring multiple story buildings or to traverse horizontal distances more quickly. In combat, it could also provide her with a risk, yet rewarding opportunity to flank enemies, and if something goes wrong, it can present an escape opportunity to catch a break, so you can escape quickly with her. And it's one of her core skills, as pointed out by its name, but there are some tricks to using it. So the skill has lengthy animations, and both when deploying the jump drive and when teleporting to it. So after tossing the device, Loba is helplessly locked in an animation while she observes her ring, and the player can only take control of her after she finishes adjusting the bracelet back into place. So risky combination with the bracelet's slow travel time. The animations can also throw off players' aim when using a quick toss, since all the movement before deploying the jump drive will change its trajectory. Although the animations aren't a major concern, when using the bracelet to gain vertical mobility in a quiet area of the map, they can down a player if used rightly in a firefight. Now, flanking enemies with the jump drive bracelet can also be tricky. In addition to the lengthy animations, slow travel time, and arcing trajectory, the ability has an audio cue that gives Loba's position away to anyone or nearby enemies, because it makes like a little ding noise once she uses it. Now, when using it to push an enemy or trying to get close and personal, can instead teleport Loba to the center of the enemy's crosshairs. The ability also leaves behind a trail similar to like wraiths in the void, like I just said, so enemies that notice it can follow the track to Loba's location. Now, Burglar's best friend has a series of different uses, but players should be aware of its deficiencies when deploying it. A missed throw can place them in a crossfire or alert enemies if they're flanking too close. So if you just throw it out of nowhere, like you just want to throw it and just like go anywhere without your teammates, you can like throw that into a team without even knowing. So just don't throw it whenever you feel like it. Now, eye for equality, her passive. Loba's passive, eye for equality, is a testament to the character's expensive taste. The ability displays the outlines of all epic, legendary, and heirloom loot within a 78-meter radius. This means that players can spot purple, gold, and red items from afar. Eye for Equality provides good utility, especially in the earlier stages of the match. It even lets players easily see items such as purple body shields, sawed-off attachments, and even Phoenix Kits. When entering an area, Loba can head straight for the most valuable loot, but Eye for Equality really shines when coupled with Loba's ultimate, which we're about to get into, Black Market Boutique. Loba's signature staff is more than just a cosmetic or vaulting pole in her finisher. It's also part of her ultimate. Now, the Black Market Boutique lets players pick and choose from all items within its radius, without needing to move around and loot each of them. It's a quick and handy way to keep track of all the loot in the area and to steal precious gear right from under the enemy's noses. Now, activating the Black Market Boutique makes Loba put a staff down in the ground and set up the shop. This device takes roughly 5 seconds to arm, but will allow players to pick 2 out of all the items in the boutique 78-meter radius once it is activated. Now, all legends, friendly or enemy, can interact with the device, but Loba can collapse the shop at any point by pressing the thank you button. Now, the Black Market Boutique pairs well with an Eye of Quality, since the passive lets Loba gauge and the quality of the loot around her and decide if it's worth spending an ultimate charge. Loba can also make use of the ultimate turns of the charge towers in Caspipator, or Caps, I don't know how to say that place, but the new place that they added last season to King's Canyon to quickly scavenge loot from an area. Now, players must be careful when using the ultimate ability in the middle of a firefight. Although the boutique can be a source of healing items or fully charged vests, the lengthy animation forces players to use it behind hefty cover. Now, players shouldn't forget to collapse the boutique once your squad is done with it to prevent other legends from interacting with it. But if you're bold enough, you can try to use the boutique as a bullet sponge. The device has 100 HP, essentially a free gold shield, and can take a few precious hits, but only if the enemies shoot directly at it. So that's going to be it for the video. This gameplay is almost over. You guys can finish it. It was a really great game I had with Loba. I think I got about 2k something damage, not 2.5k, but I will be posting some more guides, some more updates for you guys, and I'm going to be trying out some new games like the Tony Hawk game, Overcooked, basically a lot of things. I got really lucky here. This guy literally could have killed me, and then we wouldn't have won the whole game because both of my teammates are about to die. You'll see that right here. Now, have a nice one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell for new upcoming videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Have a nice one.
Recharging shields. Let's go. Contact with enemy drop.
You are the Apex champions.